Hello everyone, this is Sheshe coming to you today with another exciting tutorial with the alphabet punch board. In today's tutorial, we will be making treat bag toppers. Now, this is just one of the treat bag toppers, but the one that I'm going to show you is a simple treat bag topper, and it looks like this. And I'm going to show you how to make this one. I will explain how to make this one. I will show you how to also make something that can resemble this one as well. Okay, so what you'll do is cut out your cardstock designer paper at 6 inches by 6 inches, and the one that we're going to make, the first one is a simple one. You're going to score it at the 3-inch mark, and then I'm going to show you where to punch. So how I came up with this idea, I was looking at some dies and I thought, wow, those dies are really expensive. I wonder if I could do this with my alphabet punch board. So I figured out how to do this. So again, the measurements are 6 inches by 6 inches. So what you're going to do is take the fold and face it towards you, slide your paper in and line it up. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see where I am lining up my paper. So you're going to line it up right at the edge of your punching mechanism. Okay, that's where you're going to line it up. So I'm going to zoom out so you understand where I will be punching. So you're going to give it one punch. You also need a craft knife. You could use your blade, but I prefer to use a craft knife and a metal ruler, or you can use the Tim Holtz ruler because we'll be doing some cutting. So then, because I want this even, I'm going to flip my paper over. Again, make sure your paper is facing you, the fold part. Slide the paper in again. And make sure that the fold is right at that, is facing you, and then make sure that the paper is lined up at the edge. Give it another punch. Like that. Do you see where we're going with this? You will have 2 punches on each side. Now, before we start making our cuts with our craft knife, or you can use your blade, but you know, it's kind of hard sometimes depending on how long you want your treat bag topper. You might want to use the craft knife because you can change these measurements. This is just what I use for the plastic bags that I have my treats in. So you can adjust this. This is just an idea. So next we are going to use this punch and round our corners. Okay, so I'm going to slide my paper or cardstock in, give it a punch. I get this round corner, punch it on the other side again, give it a punch. Now you can do some, you know, short punches like a scallop or something like that. Here is another idea. If you save these little bits of pieces, like if you get several, what you can do is use a scallop and make a scallop at the edge, you know, if you have different colors, and line that up. So just an idea to have some different designs. So next I'm going to cut right here this area, and that's how I will get my handle. So I'm going to get my craft knife and my ruler. Here's my craft knife right here, and I'm going to cut right, I'm going to take my board away so I have some room so you can see what I'm doing, and give it a cut right along these areas right here. Okay, I have my ruler and I'm going to make a cut along this edge and make sure everything is straight. Give it a cut. Just like that. Make sure it goes through both sides of the cardstock. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to cut the other side. Just like that. Now, this doesn't really take that long. If you measure out everything ahead of time and then do all your punches, this can be really quick. You just make all your cuts in an assembly line to make all your treat bag toppers. So I take that out, and this is the first topper. So that's how you do the first one. Now we're going to do this one right here. I'm going to show you how to do that one. So I'm going to bring our board back. Now this one, you're going to cut your paper at 6 inches by 4 inches. Score it at the 4-inch mark, fold it in half, and we're going to punch it about the same way. So I'm going to bring our board back and show you how to do the punches. And then we're going to decorate the bag, give you some ideas. Okay, have our board back. Now, take the cardstock again, face it towards you, the fold towards you. Going to slide the cardstock in. Make sure you're on the, have it lined up with the edge. Give it a punch. Flip it over again. Line it up along the edge. Give it another punch. And it looks like that. You're going to round it just like we did the other one. Flip it over. Apologize if I'm out of camera, out of frame. Flip it over and punch it again. And it's rounded about the same. Now you can use your cutter if you like. I'm going to take the board away. We won't need that again. I'm going to bring back my ruler and my craft knife. And I'm going to give this a cut. Okay. Let's make sure I cut through everything. Alright, now we're going to also use the bottom part. I did 2, and I also punched the edge. So what I decided to do is make mine a 2-tone color, and I wanted to also have a rounded edge at the top. Now the first one that I showed you, I'm going to bring it back. This has a square like handle, and I used the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper for that. And what I did was I did do the 6-inch by 6-inch for that one, but I cut 1 inch down and 1 inch in on both sides, and I just used the corner chomper to round out the corners and keep this all attached. For this one right here, I'm going to attach these on each side and keep them about, I'm going to actually attach them to the top part of the topper, just to give it a two-tone effect and decorate it. It'll look just a little bit different. I just wanted it to be, I don't know, let's see. I have it like this. So it's going to look like that, the topper. So I'm going to do some decorating. I'm going to get some glue out. Now it's up to you if you wanted to keep it attached or if you wanted to make it separate. So I'm just going to put some glue along the edge on both sides. Now you want to keep these even. So what I would suggest is that you put these two together. I punched them out together. And then, let's see, line them up like that. And move this out the way. And what I'm going to do is just slide this in, make this as even as possible on this side. And then I'm going to close the other side in. Then that way the tree topper will be even on both sides. Like that. And then that's my tree topper. Handle and all. So that's how I'm doing this one. And to get the measurements for the bottom part, if you're going to do the top one, I did it 6 inches in length, and then I did it about 2.5 inches depending on your punch. I did 2.5 inches that way, but it's up to you on how long you want it because of the border punch that I used. So it just varies. So that's how I'm going to do that one. And I'm going to have some little chocolates in a bag. And I'm going to attach this to the bag. And I'm going to decorate my bag of treats. So I'm going to get some tape and attach it to the bag, and then we're going to decorate the bag. So like I said, it's up to you if you want it to be really plain like that, or if you want it to have the handle and then also look more like the traditional bags that you get the dies for. So I'm just going to get some tape, some double-sided tape, and put that inside to attach to the bag. This is just a sample of what it looks like. So this is just going to, like, my daughter. It's not going to be something that she's going to keep forever, so she's just going to take the treats out and then toss it in the trash. So I'm not really going to make this really fancy. I'm just giving this to her. She's home for the weekend visiting, and I just wanted to, you know, make something special for her to take back with her when she goes back to college. So I'm just going to take this tape off and You can make these for treat your gifts, or you know, if you're punching out the letters and you just want to make some treat bags for a party. This is a multi-use board. You can do all kinds of things. Okay, now I got this red tape off. Okay, so here's the top of my bag. So I'm going to center the bag in like that, and then I'm going to line that up like that. Okay, so now is the decorating part. So I have some flowers that I would like to put on the little treat bag. So I'm going to let's stamp out a sentiment first, and I only have like a few sentiment stamps for treats, and the one is my go-to. It's by May Made It. It's sweet stuff. Has a lot of stamps for treats and, you know, for holidays, so it's my go-to whenever I'm making treats. So I'm going to use that on this particular. Oh, and I also need my board back again, so let's bring that back. I'm not good at fishtails, so I want to show you a really neat trick. I meant to show it before I took the board away. If you're having trouble with fishtails, I'll show you a really quick trick. This is what I do. Move my ruler. I just slide my little tags in to this little punch at the top, give it a punch, and it makes quick fishtails. I have another one. Just going to slide this in real quick, give it a punch, quick. I have one more. Slide it in at the top and give it a punch. Here's my fishtail. Very quick. And that way I don't have to use my scissors and try to figure out where to cut in the center, and I just never can get that right. So I thought I would do that really quick. If you never thought about doing that, that's a quick trick. So I have my stamp. It says enjoy the treats. So I'm going to stamp this up, ink it up, and I'm just going to ink this on my little banner. Enjoy the treats, like that. Very nice. And I have another one. I'm going to do two for enjoy the treats, and then one that says thank you for being so sweet. So I have someone else that I want to send one to. So I'm going to do one more that says enjoy the treats. Just like that. Perfect. So I'm going to wipe off my stamp like that. And then I'm going to try this other stamp that says thank you for being so sweet. Just like that. Okay, so I have my stamping done, and we're going to decorate this little treat bag. Okay, I have some cherry blossom flowers that I would like to add to my little bag, and I have some twine that is in a pink and white color. So I'm going to first add my twine on here and give it a little bow. So I'm going to attach that really quickly. So I'm just going to string this in. Attach this to around here first before I add my little flowers and stuff. See how far that's going to hang. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to make a different bow and glue that one. So I'm just going to tie this in a knot. Okay. And snip this off. Just like that. So let that hang off the little treat bag. Now I'm going to glue on my little cherry blossoms like this. See, have this hanging off right here, and I think I want to add 3 on here, so I'm going to have these off to the side like this. I have 3, so I'm going to glue these on, and I have some loose ones, so I'm going to glue these on too. So I'm going to put this one on right here, put this one right here, have some greenery like that. Here is a third one, or second one. And these are all handmade. I will probably have another tutorial on Friday on how I made these. If you want to come back to my channel and be on the lookout for this. Okay. Alright. And then here is the third one. So I'm going to tuck this one in like right about here. So glue this one on right here. And I have more greenery that I want to add, maybe right in here. So I'll stick that in there. Okay, and then I'm going to make my little bow. So just going to tie a bow. So here is my finished treat bag topper. It's all decorated and ready for my daughter to take back with her on the trip back to college. She was just home this weekend visiting. So it's all nice and pretty with the cherry blossoms. And again, I used this Made It Sweet Stuff treat stamp set This is my go-to, and if you're interested in purchasing it, I'll link her store in the description box below, which is below this video. And then I made this one, and I used the same stamp set. So, and this one, it was a different variation. I used the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper to round the corners of it. So this one was a different version, but I did use the alphabet punch board for the center. I just used the chomper for the round corners, just for a different effect, but it is connected. I didn't use a separate piece for this one. So that was the different version. This was 2 separate pieces. This one was just a simple version of it, and I gave the instructions on how to complete that one. And I think that's about it. And then, oh, I also gave you instructions on how to create these little banners to go with that, and that's also created with the alphabet punch board. So that'll save you some time. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you. Please check back on Friday for Friday Flowers on how to create these cherry blossoms. So I hope you will join me back on Friday for that. So take care, everyone, and have a fabulous day.